Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop Amazon, and when you do, go to MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon or click the Amazon link on our website. It's the best way to shop and the best way to support this program. Now, on with the show.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Migraines, nothing but migraines, nothing but migraines.
No. What are you talking, like wheat and rye and corn?
I'm talking about migraine headache.
Oh, the migraine headache. Ugh.
So the migraine headache is a strange animal. And yesterday we celebrated Independence Day in the O'Mara household by doing what every red-blooded American family should do. We went out to a Mexican restaurant.
Very nice.
In the middle of right after I actually checked my dossier on pre-surgery, and there was nothing about no alcohol in there. So I said, I'm going to have a Dos Equis Amber.
Ooh.
I hadn't had anything to drink in about 7 days.
Mike, we so rarely talk on the phone on like a weekend or a day off. And we
Yes.
had a lovely conversation yesterday, and you
Right.
told me about how you had to pour over all of your pre-op literature, and I was laughing
to
because I
see
said,
whether I could drink even a beer or not.
I thought that's
you're a good
exactly what I would have done.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
so I was sitting there and I was sipping on this, and not 5 minutes. This had nothing to do with the migraine, but I get what's called the little visual disturbance, which means it's like a flashbulb going off in your eye, and you know you're going to get it. And I got the thing, and it wrecked the little 4th of July lunch. But then the headache didn't come that badly, and then in the middle of the night last night, I woke up at 4:00 in the morning, and this is the one that hit me bad. And the scariest part of it is, and I'm not sure because I was not awake and I wasn't talking to anybody, but I know that it jumbles your thoughts up.
Sure.
And you get paranoid.
What's that called? There's a name for that.
Well, it's aphasia when
That's
you're
it.
talking.
That's it, yeah.
But I wasn't talking, but I was thinking, and I was trying to put sentences together in my mind, and it was really, really weird. So not only are you sitting there at 4:30 in the morning and you know you've got this horrible headache, which you have, but you're trying to realize whether you're aphasic or not, and that heightens your stress level and your paranoid level, and it's just a weird thing. The whole reason for this is that, and for migraine sufferers that might want to try something different, I have since my 20s taken a little aspirin every day. Not even a baby one. I take a full one. My stomach can handle it. I don't do badly with that.
Bayer?
And Bayer aspirin.
Yeah.
And they pull you off of that 7 days before you're going to get the snip, you know, when you're going to get the cut, and
Right.
the new hip. So I think that might have something to do with it. It might also be a little
Stress?
yeah. Because this is, it's been a long time since
48 hours, Mike,
48 hours.
till your operation.
Yeah, I know. So that's kind of where I'm coming from with
Yeah.
this. So little Logie in the middle of the night, and then Mrs. O'Mara was really cool to let me kind of hang out and chill out.
What are
and,
your next 2 days going to be like? 48 hours before surgery.
That's right.
Okay, today
Bucket list stuff.
Today is getting the crown put back on my tooth from the temporary.
Oh, so there's no downtime.
which they accelerated. So I'll be going
Constant
there at 1 o'clock
and
today.
never-ending improvement.
Yeah.
Beautiful teeth, new hips, everything.
And then I'm out of there, then like Esther or Goose, I will never look at that office again. I've had my issues there, right? I really have.
Thank you, General Patton.
I'm back.
Then it will
she's
be
here.
getting the walker out of the car, bringing it into the bedroom, and getting the raised toilet seat for the commode and bringing that into
Should not
the
the
bathroom.
walker
That's
stay,
today.
The walker should stay in the car because you're going to need it when you come home from the hospital.
That's right.
You will
Great
need
call.
it.
Great call. Saving
That's
a lot
really
of,
a good
lot of
call.
Angst, a lot of angst.
Yeah.
I bet if I took that, that's very smart, Rob. I bet
Yeah.
if I took that
Well, that's
walker
where I
out,
keep my walker.
I'd have to roll home. That would be
Yeah.
very, very difficult.
Yeah.
So I'll just bring the potty out today. And then tomorrow, I'll do my regular shower in the morning, and then at night I shower with this special antibacterial stuff that you're supposed to leave
Like
on
that,
for 10 minutes.
That
and then
body
you
condom from Naked Gun?
then you shave in the morning on surgery day. I won't know till tomorrow what time they're calling me in there. I'm going to assume it's
Thursday
early.
Is surgery day.
It's surgery day. So that's it. And then I will be 2 to 3 days in the hospital, and I will be back on the show Monday or Tuesday. I'm leaving myself an extra day just in case.
Mike, where do we send the flowers?
Don't please send them to anyone else. I don't require
Chocolates?
flowers. Chocolates. Oh yes.
Gift
Salves,
baskets?
Yes,
salves and
yes.
bombs.
Giant salves.
What about an
salves,
edible
yes.
arrangement?
Ooh.
No, I don't like edible. I don't like the way that
we
fruit
want
gets
them
all
to know that
skinky.
you're in the know and you are wanted and beloved by the public.
Yeah,
Why,
I don't.
why would
I'm not going to
him
be
being
there.
in the know have anything to do
Well,
with
because
it?
he's a celebrity.
I'm not going to be there long enough, though. You see, I mean, I'm
You
hoping
see-
to be there just in and out.
3 days.
Well, no, I think Saturday, probably 2 days. I'm hoping for 2 days.
Okay.
You know, I mean, Thursday night, Friday night, and then I get out. I get sprung on Saturday. That's my goal.
Okay, so 2 solid days.
Yeah.
Two solid days, and Thursday night, Friday night in the hospital.
And Carla will be
hospital,
sleeping next to you at the hospital?
Oh,
in a chair,
wouldn't
in
that
a
be
wicker
nice?
chair.
That'd be beautiful.
holding a candle.
Do you have any instructions for us?
Yeah, just keep being funny.
Okay.
That's what I want to say, and and
Keep
create
on
your own
trucking.
little magic. You know,
Keep
you guys
on
are gonna.
trucking, guys.
That's right.
You know, by the way, when we were scheduling our summer vacations, we kind of mucked it all up. This is what I should have done.
Well,
I should
no,
have
Mike,
probably,
what
I
happened
should have
is
probably
The
said
surgery
yes, but
wasn't
we
in
didn't
play.
know.
The surgery wasn't in play.
The
No, it
doctor,
wasn't in play
the
at all.
doctor mucked it up. He
The
did.
doctor did?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
we had the vacation in place, and he said, "Let's do it now."
Yeah, that's exactly how he did it.
That's how your
exactly
doctor
how he did
talks.
it.
I didn't know if you
No,
knew
if
that
I'd
or
had
not.
my choice, I would have done it earlier. This has been limbo. I've hated the limbo. I want to get it all done. And by the way, my cousin Teddy, God bless him, and his family, and my sister and my brother-in-law sent me a picture from the great state of Maine where they were getting off a boat after going to the 4th of July parade in Bar Harbor, Maine. And I almost burst into tears. I
man.
really did.
Rubbing
The
it
thing-
in.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, down here, it's
Was
insane.
it what they call a humble brag? Did Teddy say something like, "Well, we just didn't have much to do"?
Cape's not the same without you, Captain.
we
That's
sure do miss
exactly
ya.
what the quote. Oscar nailed it. I swear to God, it was not the same without you. Not the same without you. I don't mind. That's exactly what he wrote. Not the same without you is fine with me. I like that. I'm cool with that.
Not the same without
cool.
you. Then he put down the computer and he laughed and drank a beer.
It's less tense and less crowded.
That's right.
Miss ya.
Yeah. By the way, if you wanted to check the forecast, my prediction about the I said this because I'm such a positive person.
Sure.
I said to my wife, I said, "Oh, you know that when I go in for surgery, we're getting a hurricane." That's what I said. That's what I said. I'm here to tell you, it will be 97 degrees with about 100% humidity, but I'll be in the hospital with air conditioning, so it should be all right.
Sure.
So that's
They've
gonna
got
be
the
cool.
backup power, Mike.
It is ridiculously humid down here. It's
100%
insane.
up here as well. So
Yeah,
we
it's
feel
hot
it.
there.
We feel it.
It's hot there. When we come back, I would like to talk about the 4th of July telecast. And by the way, how pathetic am I that I'm watching fireworks on television? I go to PBS to see it. That I
Mike,
go to PBS.
it's made
to see
more
it.
pathetic when we realize what PBS actually did.
Oh, they are. So you can't. Here's the first rule: you don't lie to your audience.
Not these days.
You think you can't. When the people lie to their audience, they're the dumb ones.
PBS
That's the way that
said
goes.
they put out a tweet. They said they were stuck in an elevator.
Right. Lying to the audience doesn't work. And, oh, by the way, let me take this opportunity to say hi to the 30 people in our live studio audience today. Hi, everybody.
It's really
Thanks so
jam-packed
much.
today.
Thanks. We
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thanks for
Remember,
making
don't
it
lie
out.
to your audience. Damn!
They all get a car.
Yeah. You get a car. You get a car. The whole world gets a car. That's right. It's a Matchbox. Nah, not even that. We're that cheap. All right, start the show. What the hell?
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Dr. M.
Look at this.
That.
See?
Dr. M.
I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. And a pen, Larry? Pen? Yeah, a pen, you know. Because you're going to do what you do best. You're going to sign this voucher so I can hire a contractor. I don't know if I can do that without... I'm going to hire Quint to kill the shark. What? August. What are you talking about? Larry, the summer is over. You're the mayor of Shark City. These people think you want the beaches open.
I was acting in the town's best interest.
That's right. You were acting in the town's best interest, and that's why you're going to do the right thing. That's why you're going to sign this, and we're going to pay that guy what he wants.
Martin. My kids were on that beach too.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
Hey, that's Dude Walker, narrator of Nuclear Sharks.
That was great, wasn't it?
Very cool.
It was all right. Live from the Pfeiffer Room in the heart of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. This is the Mike O'Mara Show.
What is the matter with you?
On the air and online everywhere, the Mike O'Mara Show is a daily radio and internet broadcast with the greatest listeners in the universe because they get it. If you're here, you will too. Our phone line's always open at 888-920-MORE. That's 888-920-6673. When we're on, you can call us anytime. Wide open Wednesday tomorrow, so don't forget about that. Our show today brought to you by Tracky. We all live in an era of smart cars, smartphones, smart homes. Technology has made everything smart. I'm smart.
Fredo for Tracker.
Until you lose something. How about Fish? Not Fish. How about, what's his name in the... what's the guy's name that's played by Abe Vigoda in The
Tessio.
Godfather?
Tessio.
Tessio for Tracker.
Okay.
Tom, can you get me a tracker for old time's sake? That's enough to make smart people feel really stupid. But losing things is now a thing of the past thanks to Tracker. Tracker is a coin-sized device that locates misplaced keys, wallets, bags, computers, anything in seconds. Just pair Tracker to your smartphone, attach it to anything, and you can find its precise location with the tap of a button. Are you looking for yours? Is yours lost, Oscar?
I think my wonderful fiance said, I keep losing my keys, and I took mine off my keys
And
to
you
give
gave
to
it to her.
Yeah.
Get another one, for God's
Yeah,
sakes. With
another
over
one.
1.5 million devices, Tracker has the largest crowd GPS network in the world, so your lost item will show up on a map, even if it's miles away. Never lose anything again thanks to Tracker. TMOS listeners get a special 30% discount off their entire order. Just go to thetracker.com and enter the promo code TMOS. That's THE, if you don't know how to spell the, THEtracker.com. The hardest thing you'll ever have to find is their website. Go to thetracker.com right now.
Good idea.
Right now.
And use promo code TMOS for 30% off. That's thetracker.com code TMOS. I have to start with the whole fireworks thing.
Please.
I love that thread you put up last night. It was the highlight of my holiday.
That was the end of the weekend when I put that up because I didn't go out anywhere for the 4th of July fireworks. I wanted to do something. Originally, we were going to go to a minor league baseball game on Sunday night and take the little guy. We didn't do that either. What we did do was get a babysitter on Saturday night, and they had a fireworks display that was scheduled over at the local outlet mall. That was there's this
Discount fireworks?
You guys have probably been there. You've been to this place called the Miramar Outlets, and they're on the lake down there, and this massive lake.
Oh, yeah,
and they put a barge out there,
Barge.
and so Oscar's like, I know that.
Oscar's
and so,
like-
Oh, isn't that where the hotel was? No?
No, that was the other one. There are
Okay,
two
there's
of them,
two
and you
lakes,
were
right?
at
And that
the
one-
other
I
one.
walked around that thing. It's huge.
We went to the place that had a Dillard's.
Yeah, that's Coconut Point.
Yes, beautiful. Wonderful.
How's that for a
mall.
Florida name? Coconut Point.
Nice.
Sounds glorious.
Yes, it is glorious. Right. So anyway, we go out to Din Din, and then after dinner, we had time to kill, and we wanted Carla, excuse me, to hang out with the little guy, to Carmen, our babysitter, and so we were gonna go and just fart around, buy some stuff for the house, and just chill, and then Carla wanted to go to this little warehouse store down in Naples, which was like half an hour away. And I said, okay, if I let her go back the other way, then I might get my wish, which is really, I'd like to see the fireworks.
Compromise,
so
Mike.
this is Sunday, like dinner time, right?
Saturday.
This is dinner. This is Saturday night
Saturday.
dinner time.
Okay, forgive me.
And we have dinner and we do this, and I humor her, and we go down, and then we make our way back. And I knew that the Mac Daddy of fireworks displays was going to be at this particular location, and I know it well enough to know that I've talked to people about it who have said, oh, it's a very difficult place to get in and out of. During the holidays,
Always.
when people are doing Christmas shopping, it's very, very convoluted, and on a regular heavy shopping day, the place is bat-esque.
man.
For a fireworks display, it's going to be almost unmanageable. However, your boy has a plan. All right.
Oh.
Next to this place where they have where they sell all the discount scarves, there is the massive arena down here where those fabulous Florida Everblades play.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And I know that there will be people going in there too. It'll be crowded, but I'm thinking it's not going to be as crowded as the people that are going to the outlet malls to stand on the lake bank and watch it over there. So I said, I'm going to go all the way, almost back home, hang a U-turn, come in the back way, and turn into this arena.
And they've
and
got
then
a
hopefully get
high-capacity
lucky.
parking lot. They can
Huge-
probably
huge
So
parking
the
lot.
They can
process
handle
should be
it.
a lot more streamlined.
Yes.
But I know there are going to be people there. I
Yeah.
know it's going to happen. However, that was my plan. If you go past that, you're jammed. Okay, so we finally get back. Carla's kind of, I said, just drive by and check it out. Let's just drive by and see what's going on.
You're
Let's do
tricking
that.
her. You're giving her the
I'm
soft
not
sell
really.
trick.
She kind of knows what's going on. That if we find a decent place, we might hang out.
She knows. She's known him long enough.
Yeah.
So but Carla,
Have you started
is-
talking in the Charlie voice yet?
Not yet. No, because but I will. That comes later. You must have been there.
Almost.
So
Well,
the
I've
thing
known you
is-
a while too.
We get to Carla has a propensity for when I'm driving and we're trying to find something, for giving me her very vocal 2 cents at the last possible second. And because I fear her and I am intimidated by her and I need to keep her around because I will not have anyone in my life after her. If I do, it'll be someone that seriously looks like Kathy Bates at 80.
Okay.
That's the only woman I'll have in my. So I'm preserving this relationship. I'm not going for a fourth. Okay, I'm preserving marriage number 3. And even though sometimes it teeters on the edge of disaster, because let's face it, I'm an ass.
Yeah.
She does this and it drives me nuts. And what it is she'll say, "Well, you should probably turn there." And that's the way it always
As you
goes.
see it in your rearview mirror, right?
Yeah. So, and I get affected by that because I feel like she knows something I don't. She doesn't. She's giving her 2 cents. So let me paint the picture for you.
All right.
We are driving up to the main entrance to the arena where people are trickling in, and I said, this is going to be kind of manageable. I've missed the big quagmire of traffic because I've come in the back way.
Attaboy.
Brilliant.
Attaboy.
Absolutely brilliant. We are getting to this driveway, and I'm slowing down, and I get into the right lane, and I am probably 10 feet from making the right turn. And Carla says to me, "You're not going to go there." And I turn to the left, and I shoot right by the driveway, and I've missed. And let me tell you how I've missed this. The opportunity is gone because now I know there's only one other driveway, and that's the entrance to Shopping Land, Idiot Land, where everybody's going to be. And suddenly, within 10 feet, there are cones, and there are cops, and there are blocked roads, and there are no U-turns, and they are funneling people in to this narrow little strip. And I'm saying, my God, what have I done? What have I done?
What hath God wrought?
I start giving Carla crap. I said, why did you not let me? She said, well, you can just make a U-turn. I said, I can't make a U-turn because the cops are here and the traffic goes, you can make one right over there. Well, of course, she was right. And so I
Don't you
sneak
hate
through
that?
and I hang a U-turn, and she said, you're really going in here? I said, yeah. She said, so we're really going to, we're the hour and a half now. It's going to be, we're going to wait for the fireworks. They said, kind of looks like that, doesn't it? And because I'm a little kid. I'm like all the toddlers.
Yeah.
I'm a nation. I'm part of our nation. We're a nation of toddlers. I'm the chief toddler. I know I am. So we drive in, and I look over, and the lot is absolutely packed. We get almost to the mid part, and I am looking to my left, and I see I'm on the lake. The road goes right by the lake, and I see the barge. It's clear as day where they're going to set the fireworks off.
Wow.
Perfect.
When this happens, this guy pulls over right next to the island in a pickup truck, and they have broken up islands with the little aisles that go into the parking lot. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like any large
Yeah,
parking
yeah.
lot, there's a little. This guy pulls over with the pickup truck, parks his pickup truck, and gets out. I'm like, okay, the precedent has been set. I pull next to the island. I put the car in park. This guy in front of me waves me up. He's waving me up so his buddy can get him back to me. Suddenly, in the blink of an eye, I have by no plan of my own, gotten the A parking place.
Nice.
The absolute.
On it.
I told you this when I talked to you, Rob. I want to say conservatively, we were 100 yards from the barge.
Wow.
I've never, and I'm looking at Carla and I said, honey, this is going to be the front row seat
Isn't
of front row seats.
Great?
Isn't this great? And then the
Know
Charlie
where you
voice
want to be
came
when
out.
explosives are around.
Right.
As
Well, you know
close
what?
as
It's
possible.
marvelous. It's fantastic. And I looked over, and I see up ahead, over by the arena, and that's when Charlie's voice came out. I looked over at Carla, and I went, ha! Ice cream! And so I went.
You went
over.
from pissed to super happy.
It was, and we
in
were
like
able.
30 seconds.
We were able to sit in our car. We're sitting in our car.
Eating
There's
ice
no problem at all.
cream?
Yeah, she wasn't. I was.
Oh.
I got it was not ice cream. It was a cookie sundae. Is what it was.
Even better.
I
That
went
is
all
bonus.
in. And they had a weird name for some of these products. They don't say large or small. I got the small, but they said caution to the wind or that'll be fine. It was some weird thing like that. And I'm like, ha, 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 that's fun. I've got a great parking space for the fireworks. Life is great. I'll take the small one though. Gotta exercise self-control. By the way, the small one was like as big as your head.
Sure.
It was
Served in a batting helmet. Right.
So I bring it back. I'm walking there. Apparently, I'm the fat man with the ice cream in my hand, and I'm walking back to the car.
And happy.
Carla, and Carla's looking at me, and she looks at me, and she's like, just shakes her head ruefully, as I come back.
How much they stick you for the ice cream sundae?
$5, which I don't think was all that bad.
I would've guessed
I don't think
12.
was all that
I
bad
would've
at all.
guessed 12.
Yeah.
I happen to remember it because I thought it was a pretty decent price point.
I've got a
Am
10.
I
Let's
right?
take 2.
That's right.
So we're parking, and the steady flow of cars is beginning. The late arrivals are coming in, and they're screwed because the lot is full, and nobody's going to park next to me because then you're out in the traffic. And no one has said a word. By the way, and we'll get to this theme because I think Florida in general is somewhat laid back. And it's kind of mellow, and they just don't do the same crap they used to.
Well, they don't
when I
care.
lived in Manassas, where everything was an effing rule. Do you remember that?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Like, hey, man, you can't go over here. Please, sit in this chair. No, you can't sit over. We've roped this. No, it's free form.
We need
They're
to check
kids.
the width of your
You
folding
want to do
chair.
math? Do math. It's up to you.
So across the lake, you can hear what is a kickin' cover band, heavy metal cover band.
Nice.
And they were fantastic. And they're doing all the redneck hits. And I'm sitting there going, hey, Southwest Florida, baby.
Look, Carla,
Yes.
they're singing That Smell.
That's right. Ooh, that smell. So it's they're doing the whole thing, and the sun's going down, and the kids are running around, and I like watching the kids. I'm glad it wasn't
The
my
greatest.
kid that I was monitoring, but he doesn't know, and he's happy, and he's back with his favorite babysitter, so everything's cool, and he's long since asleep.
Good.
At this point. That's the way that goes, and they bring the lady out, and by the way, they sing the national anthem before the fireworks start.
That's nice.
This is a new trend. Anybody that's been to any sporting event knows what I'm talking about, okay? Listen, the national anthems are getting completely narcissistic and out of hand, okay?
Right.
They should be sung rapid fire. You sing them beautifully, put all the notes in you want, but don't drag it out where it's like 9 hours of.
Should be like a minute 20.
Like perfect pitch 3.
Yeah.
Say again. It's like, oh my God, we're going to be here for 3 hours. I want to watch the game.
Yeah.
So they start, and as they say for most of these fireworks displays, when they sing the national anthem, the bombs bursting in air, they send their first salvo
Yep.
up.
Oh.
And I look over at Carla, and I said, look at that. Look, we could touch him. It's incredible. So this is the precursor to the fireworks, and then we sit there, and they're like little red rockets that go up. Not a big fireworks display,
But enough to
during
let
the
you know
anthem.
they mean business.
They mean business, and not 5 seconds later, I feel something like brush by my hair, and I look over, and there are, I'm not kidding you, there are little burning pieces of paper that are
I did not see that
that are
coming.
landing. There is, because I'm the mook of rubes, I look up, and there is there seems to be a pretty steady crosswind, maybe about 15 to 25 miles an hour, that's blowing overhead. The fireworks start, and suddenly we are absolutely inundated with smoke. I am not exaggerating, 2 minutes of this. And Carla said, we have to go. At this point, you know when you light, if you light like a piece of newspaper and it floats up, that's what's floating down after these things.
Embers.
It's embers. It's not
Literal
smoke. It's
embers.
not. And I'm feeling this in my hair. And then I look, and on front of the car, a burning piece of paper lands on front of Carla saying, get out of here now. There are people in wheelchairs that are being wheeled away from this riverbank because it was the perfect spot.
Run for cover.
It was the perfect spot.
Yeah.
And suddenly I
Mike,
realized.
you know what else would have been perfect? Sitting on a mortar on the barge. Because essentially that's what you're doing.
Isn't this
I
great?
realized why this is the road less traveled, because that's the wind that's coming in
That's
that
the Rube
direction.
Road.
And it was nightmarish, and I didn't see
But
any
with
fireworks.
the crowds in the parking lot, the exodus had to be impossible.
Because
They're all staring at the sky.
I see.
people are rubes,
Yeah.
and people are committed, and no one's moving.
Well, we're
I mean,
here.
you're talking about pickup trucks that have backed down the bank, that they have set up their coolers, they have set up their chairs, they're toughing it out. The only person to leave was me and some lady in a wheelchair that was being wheeled away as I turned around. And we hang the U-turn, and I avoid hitting the children, and I start making my way out. I said, we're not sticking around for this. No. And besides, I didn't mind the idea of escaping from this early on. I didn't mind that at all.
Mike,
and so, yes.
When you say they don't care in Florida, they don't even care about the safety. They're like, get
Right.
as close as you want.
That's right.
Delightful. It was
No
absolutely
problem.
delightful.
In Manassas or D.C., they'll keep you at least a mile away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very careful with that. This also speaks to the parade. I'll talk about that later. It doesn't care if your kid gets run over by a big fire engine tire. Let him run out in the street.
Sure.
Anyway,
that'll teach 'em.
but I did. So anyway, we make our way out. We get out. Nobody's leaving. We're the only ones leaving. We take a left.
Unreal.
This is all 5
I'd be
minutes.
so
This is
pissed.
5 minutes.
This
we
is
take
like
another
you
left.
going to a concert and leaving after the first number, which you've done.
It has a happy ending. It
How?
has a happy ending. We take a left. We take another left. Suddenly, we're coming over, and we see the bridge. And there are cars parked on the side of the road near the bridge. I go up to the very front. There's a tiny little area. It's like the last area where you can pull over to the shoulder. We get out. No fuss, no muss. Enjoy without smoke, without embers in our hair,
Big
the
win.
entire fireworks display.
Yeah,
And I looked at that's when I looked at my wife and I said, I'm full of ice cream. I said, isn't this great? And it's a blissful, happy ending story. But the
and you
moral,
cheated
That's a win.
death.
That's a win.
but here's the thing: for you future fireworks attenders, always check the wind and don't stand too close to the barge. Thank you. That's a little advice I have for you out there. There are people, I guarantee you, with singed hair today.
Sure.
There are people that caught their hair on fire.
yeah.
There's no doubt about it. But I was only pussy enough to leave. We'll take a break and come back with more fun and more thrills on the Mike O'Mara Show. Florida.
Do you talk C++?
Do I?
Can you telnet into port 25 and fake an email?
Can I?
Do you like to surf the backplane of a router?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever hex-edited your way to a registered version?
Sounds sexy.
We're not going to be talking about any of those things, but what will we be talking about,
Sad part.
Oscar?
It's
I love that part.
technology and the way it affects your life.
And we're going to be combining a lot of entertainment. It's going to be a good time. This is not your father's tech show.
Tech 411 Show, available on the More Broadcasting Network and on iTunes.
That means it's good, so please check it out.
Yeah, new episode.
Brand new
Posted,
one.
released.
Brought to you by Tesla.
Oh, and Mike, speaking of Tech 411, I think you'll remember on Friday you was
Sorry.
Mac Macintosh. You assigned some homework to Mac Macintosh to the tune of a poem to be turned in by Sunday.
Ooh, I'm excited. We will get to that next.
Well,
Is
don't
he
be
here?
all that excited because
Is he here?
he's not here and the poems never arrived. So Mac will be in tomorrow. A good reason to visit us on tomorrow's program.
My goodness.
That boy.
That
What
boy.
are we going to do?
That
He was
boy.
up at
Tough
3
love,
a.m.
tough love. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by the Ring Doorbell. There's a home burglary, by the way, every 13 seconds. 13 seconds. That is more than 4 per minute. Most of them happen in broad daylight, and they usually start with the crook ringing your doorbell to make sure that you're not at home. Then they break in. The Ring video doorbell has been proven to stop burglaries before they happen by allowing you to see and speak to anyone approaching your door just by using your smartphone. Now, Ring is using their advanced motion detection technology to protect your entire property with the Ring of Security Kit. The kit includes a Ring video doorbell for your front door and a Ring stick-up cam. It's a wireless weather weatherproof HD camera to keep an eye on other parts of your property. The Ring Video Doorbell and the Stick-Up Cam both install in just minutes. This is wonderful technology. We love it in the O'Mara household. You're going to love it too. Together, both these things provide 24/7 monitoring of your entire home, whether you're in the living room or thousands of miles away. Right now, for a limited time, our listeners can get $50 off the Ring of Security kit. That is the lowest price anywhere. Just go to ring.com/TMOS right now. Join the hundreds of thousands who protect their home with Ring. Go to ring.com/TMOS for $50 off. That's ring.com/TMOS. One of the easiest ways to protect your home. You going to
And fun.
love
You love
it.
yours. It's just fun to play with.
Yeah, the whole experience down here, when I'm down here for the 4th of July, it is...
Is it your first fourth down there?
No, I've been down here for another one, maybe two, and it's casual, and that's what I do love about it. There are trade-offs that you have to deal with. Anybody that lives in a neighborhood knows this a little bit, that you're going to hear, if you're not living in, Potomac, you're going to hear the neighbors just constantly firing off fireworks, and it goes boom, boom all the time.
All weekend.
But there's a town where my kid goes to school. It's called Bonita, and it's just it's a cool place. And what I love about it, I remember when, I love a good parade, Rob. You know that, right? And
Mike, it is so great to see you at a parade. Parade Mike is my favorite Mike.
I love parades. I love when I have my bar on the St. Patrick's Day parade where we got the fire engine and we rode in the parade. There was nothing, and I had my daughters with me. It was really
fun.
You got to throw out candy, didn't you?
Well, we did until they restricted it. Like the second year, whoever the pure dick is that thinks about liability and people are going to get hurt. The Bonita parade had nothing. It didn't have a marching band. It didn't have floats of any kind. It truly had nothing but cars and people holding banners, and that was it. But they all had candy, and what it was, and I realized.
What did the banners say?
Like different churches.
Okay,
like,
so
different church
no
groups
rallying
that
cries
came
against poor people or anything.
Lots of local politicians.
Oh, good. Okay.
With their big signs, like selectmen and school board and that type of thing.
Dog catcher.
But at the beginning, they had the leader of the parade was this very scary sheriff we have down here.
Oh, the Grand Marshal?
Yeah, I think his name is Mike Scott.
Okay, yeah.
Because the governor's name is Rick Scott and the sheriff's name is Mike Scott. And there are always articles that I think are untrue that they're brothers, and I don't think they're brothers. This guy he was most famous because he got up at a rally and said, Barack Hussein Obama. He did that years ago, like maybe 4 or 8 years ago.
I remember this
he
guy.
did this. So he just, and Carla was going to say, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say, okay, Carly, go ahead.
Boy.
But this guy is scary. He's just got a scary look. And,
He looks like the brother in Breaking Bad.
He does.
He does.
The brother.
Nice
I should
pull.
say brother-in-law.
Nice pull.
Thank you.
You don't want to. The bottom line is the head of all law enforcement where we live. I don't want to get on his bad side, right?
Be nice to this guy.
Well, he's going so fast, and he's driving along, and he's throwing out Frisbees and candy. Little tiny mini green Frisbees. I think he's running for sheriff again. I think
The
that's
best.
what's happening. And then,
Some
then
life
the
insurance
fireworks
company.
came by, and what it was is we were sitting in front of the Dollar Tree. With our
Good
little
spot.
chair. This is the thing that's wonderful. Here's what's great about Bonita.
Yeah.
Bonita, Florida is a true melting pot. And by the way, when you talk about immigrants to this country, maybe somebody ought to come down here and see the 6 gentlemen that were holding the massive American flag, all of them Hispanic, all of them probably first generation, and coming over here and doing that. And and we were in the middle of all these people, and there were probably 3 whiteys among a group of probably 250 Hispanic people, and it was all about the kids. And Michael had this blast, and they were throwing the candy, and nobody's saying don't get near the cops are coming by on little scooters. They don't care. It's low key.
They're having
fun.
fun.
I looked at my wife. I said, this is what it should be. This is a parade. This is the kids just grabbing candy. It's like a little mini version of Halloween, and it was fantastic. And it just really, to me, was a patriotic 4th of July
Did
parade.
Michael right away clue into the fact what was going on? And
he was just little enough where he kind of has to still figure things out.
Right.
But Carla went into the Dollar Tree, and got a few flags, and we were handing a few flags out to people and
Oh, that's
waving the
nice.
flags, and it was and Michael, we finally gave him permission to get on the street when all the other kids were getting on the street. And as usual, the big kids are scooping up the candy. But, he got 4 or 5 pieces of candy that were thrown out there. And then the kids were coming by in utility trucks, and they're spraying people with squirt guns. There was nothing
Oh,
at
that would
all.
not fly here.
There were no bands. There were no.
Yeah.
It was just a parade
Mike,
of local people.
My people
hanging out.
make their
Beautiful.
own fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
great. It was so much
Hey,
fun.
Javier,
It really
get
was.
the pickup. We're going in the parade.
A lot of bicycles, tons of
Yeah.
bicycles.
Low riders.
Yeah, they were the little bicycles that have the little thing over the rear wheel that looks like
like
they
a
carry
beach
their
cruiser.
stuff on
A
there.
beach cruiser,
Yeah, like
yeah.
a beach cruiser, and it was fabulous. I was
Can you get in the
very,
parade
very
next
happy.
year?
I was thinking.
Mike.
I was thinking because
Yeah.
but the thing is, great way to promote
Yeah.
what we do
It's
and the show, and it's just one of these cool.
Se
I've
habla
always thought that
español.
You have to hablo español
Yes.
is by.
Oh my God! If you could do a fake insurance ad, like a ambulance chaser lawyer ad, where 'cause
Buenos dias, amigos. Me llamo Miguel. Miguel Omera. Yes, working for you. I work for you. You get a DUI? You come and see me right now. Yes, sir.
I kid you not. There's a couple guys working on a house next door this past weekend in the morning.
In your neighborhood.
Yeah, my neighborhood, and I guess they do the guy's yard or whatever. And I heard him talking. He goes, and I guess the guy got pulled over for some sort of DWI or something.
Right.
And I heard him talking in Spanish. He's like, "Yo voy a llamar a ese Greenberg and Betterman." I was like, the guy, and if you're in the D.C. area, there's a law office.
Here's the thing, though, and this is important to know where I live.
Yeah.
This part of the world, it's different. If you say hello, you're not necessarily going to hear hello. You're going to hear, hey, how you doing?
Oh, of course.
Because
Sure.
people are
Mike,
so
I've made
assimilated
that mistake
down
in my
here.
life across the country.
Good old Reno.
Oh,
Reno.
God. Don't forget, Mike, he spoke to the woman that was steaming our banner at the backstage at Circus in Reno.
so dreadful.
She
Right.
really stopped down, and they have miles of uniforms for that they have to keep clean for their employees there. It's like going backstage in a Hollywood studio, and this
Oh, it's not
lovely
that
woman
great.
was steaming our banner, and he, in his cute, beautiful Oscar Spanish, tried to say thank you, and she said, "It's really not a problem. We appreciate you coming in."
Yeah, you
The
know.
woman looked FOB, though. In my
Yeah, well,
defense.
a lot of people look FOB, but they're not, and you got to
How
be
about we
mindful
assimilate
of
that look?
The only thing that freaked me out, the sheriff scares me, and he just
Sure.
looks like the kind of guy that if you were at a parade and you walked up and you looked at him and said, "Hey, go Obama," as he drove by, he'd be
Or,
you
just
all right,
ask
make
for
a
your
note
papers.
of that guy.
He'd have the
Make a
nightstick
note of that.
Time to
Excuse
go.
me, did you- and Carla wanted to. Carla was just got all her dander up and stuff like that, and she doesn't like the guy. And so, but I didn't. I said, "No, don't hurt me."
So how
It's
many
the
days?
sheriff.
How many days before Carla gets let out of jail now?
She's in there right now. The only thing that scared me at the parade, they had once again. We've seen them in
The 3
Manassas.
teardrops,
No, they had the. You mean like on the
the
eye?
tattoo.
Yeah.
That MS-13
No, there really
float.
weren't. There were some tatted people, but not really. I mean, it's a neighborhood. It's not the time where you. I don't know. I'm not somebody who's ever really thought along those
I'm
lines.
always
where-
looking for those 3 tiers.
And
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
approaching the Bonita
Is there-
Grandstand, it's all the people who are out on good behavior after committing hate crimes.
Speaking of hate crimes, the only people that truly scared me, they were coming down, and you hear. And they're these fake, you can tell it's fake muskets.
Yes.
Those little replica muskets. And I'm like, oh, that'll be kind of cool. I've seen those with the Revolutionary War. And then from a very long distance, we see the giant Confederate flag. And it is all Confederate reenactors that are cruising down. And I said, I remember we had that, what was it, the
Civil
the
War?
anniversary,
It was
the Civil War thing,
200th or the 100th anniversary of, 150th anniversary of Gettysburg.
Yeah.
the 150th anniversary of Manassas, of the Battle
Battle
of
of Manassas.
First
Battle
and
of
Second Manassas. And so we're watching.
We're history buffs here.
We don't know. All I remember, it stiffed. Remember, because it was 150
Yeah.
degrees and nobody came.
That
Remember
shell
when that
had all the
happened?
T-shirts. No one showed up.
Yeah,
No
it was
one
a
came.
great day to put on a woolen uniform.
But all I know is I saw a car full, a station wagon full of these guys. They were Confederate reenactors, and they had the nasty racist bumper stickers on back of their car. So it wasn't just the idea of remembering the South. These guys were living it. So now when I see that flag, I don't care if you're reenacting. It's still, and these guys were. This was the scariest group of people I have ever seen in my life.
Perfect
They
storm,
looked
Mike.
like-
It was Civil War, it was the Confederacy, and it was Florida.
It was weird. It was very, very weird, and I was just glad that they walked by. But other than that, my kid got a little candy. We were out of there in 5 seconds after it was over.
Does he
It was
get
just
flipped
no
out by
fuss.
like the musket noise?
They weren't. We were worried that it was going to happen right next to him, and it did not happen. It
Okay.
happened well before, so we were cool. But it's also the reason we pulled off of fireworks for him, because I think it's just he's too young, and I don't.
What
want
was me? What a day.
It was
right,
but, but happy Fourth. It
because
was
his
great.
schedule changed, right? Is he at the? I guess has he adapted the schedule? Is he okay now?
He is at a crossroads now where a lot of things have to happen for him to go to the whole nother level.
Sure.
He has to do different things. We
Because
can talk
it's
about
not
that.
2 a days anymore. It's 1 nap a day.
1 nap a day, and
Yeah.
also, it's potty time. Okay, Daddy's starting to.
Oh, it's starting.
say-
Sure.
It's
Whoa.
we had a little moment, but it was just a little dollop, and then it was back to the diaper. But anyway,
Hey, take what you can get, baby.
my only goal is to make sure that he is out of diapers before I'm in them. That's all I
Mike,
want to do.
Make sure you explain to him that the prescription toilet seat is nothing to be afraid of.
Don't be afraid of that. I'm up here now. Should be a lot of fun. We'll take a break and come back. We want to hear about the 4th of July in rainy D.C., and we want to talk about PBS.
Yes.
And how they lied to their consumers.
Oh yeah.
They just cheated us. It isn't fair.
How
We'll
dare
take a
they?
break. Come back with more fun on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. I'm wearing my professorial Warby Parker glasses today.
Look good.
I love Warby Parker. I tell you, it's a beautiful little case they come in right here, too. Look at that. You can't see. It's hardly see it on the camera, but it says
I love
Warby
it.
Parker.
Solid.
And they give you that, and then they give you a nice little case inside the case, which is your little bag with your Warby Parker right there.
Beautiful.
And you know these things. You can clean the glasses at the same time. I love my Warby Parker. You will, too. If they've been a hassle for you getting glasses because of the choices, the expense, Warby Parker has the answer for you. You don't have to worry about paying too much for eyeglasses. Their deal is their deal. $95. That includes frames, lenses, and coating. Plus, choosing frames is convenient because they have a try-on program where they're going to send you 5 pairs of glasses frames to try on, have your family look at it, have your friends look at it, make the right decision, and see how it feels on your face. Warby Parker, your alternative to overpriced eyewear, because there's no middleman. Warby Parker sells directly to the customer. So whether you visit one of their 30 retail locations or warbyparker.com/TMOS, you're going to get a great deal. Go to warbyparker.com/TMOS to pick out your 5 favorite frames, and they'll ship them to you for free. That's warby.com/TMOS to get started with a free home try-on kit. warbyparker.com/TMOS. I love this company, and I really want them to stay on for a long time. And let me tell you how they stay on for a long time, okay? If you, those blind people in our audience that cannot see, go out and get their prescription glasses at Warby Parker for that incredible deal, and let me know if you do, okay? I want to sell 30 pairs of glasses today. I want to sell 30. You hear me? 30 pairs of Warby Parker, okay? The holiday's over. You didn't put your eye out with the fireworks. Get yourself some Warby Parkers.
Nice.
Buy them because you didn't go blind from the fireworks.
Thank you.
Celebrate.
Yeah, certainly, you know. Well, there'll be the traditional news you may not need story with the guy that does that.
Sure.
You know, yeah, there's always some Yahoo doing it. But I was so pathetic last night that it's Monday night. Everybody's getting back to the grind. I don't understand
It's the
why
worst
they didn't
night-
do all of them on Saturday. What are they? You know,
Worst
come
night
on,
that the
please.
holiday can fall on is a Monday.
So I didn't really get deep into the thread that I put on Facebook, but I will tell you that when I turned on PBS, which is, I know by now that's where you're going to see the fireworks on the mall.
a Capital
in our nation's
Fourth.
capital.
It's a Capital Fourth. Who was the celebrity host this year?
Tom Bergeron.
Fireworks in the sky.
You know what's
Wasn't it Tom Bergeron?
I guess
right?
I didn't.
Hello,
peek in.
stars, Tom Bergeron.
I guess that's better than Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, and they had Kenny Plastic Surgery Loggins singing Footloose. That's when I turned it on. That's what I saw when I turned it on.
That's a lucky time.
And then Bergeron was talking, and then they said, well, there are the fireworks. So I think everything was a little out of
It was
sync.
like a smash
for this.
cut.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, it was weird. So you guys were in D.C. What was the whole deal?
I actually was in the studio finishing up that final.
Oscar was in the district.
Yeah, I was here. I was here.
You were
in
at the.
DC.
You
I
were
was
studying.
at the
You were
studio.
studying in our studio.
Yes,
Okay,
and
all right.
I've been neglecting Shannon all weekend.
Nice.
I said, "Come on up." I said we could probably get on the roof of this place. Can't guarantee it, but it's better than sitting sweating in the house.
Hey,
right?
when this whole world starts getting you down.
Up on the roof.
So I said, I'll take 30 minutes. We'll go upstairs. She had a friend over. They came up here around 8:45.
Is that
Perfect
same
timing.
friend?
Yeah, same friend. And
Oscar likes that friend when that.
Oh
friend
yeah,
comes
she's
around.
That's when he tries really hard to get up on
cans
the
for days. And I said, look, I said, I don't know if we can get up on the roof, but I had heard you could, right? Because I never
Right.
tried. So we went around the corner. I looked out on the fire escape, and I said, doesn't look like it's going to work out. Sorry, girls. I got to get back to the exam.
Oh,
Because it was
were
like-
they crestfallen?
No, I look like a mad scientist in here. No one wanted to be around me, right? I didn't even want to take that break.
Sorry, girls. Doesn't look like it's doable. I'll
Yeah.
see you later, and I will make love to both of you.
And then
So long and cans for days.
And then Shannon says, "Wait a second. There's a door over here. What's this door?" I'm like, "Oh, that's the maintenance guy's door." And she's like, "Well, let's see." I'm like, "I don't think we should touch that. I'll see you guys tomorrow." And then she opens it up because that's what she should do. She problem solved, and she walks. She goes, "These are stairs to go on the roof."
You didn't know about that door?
No.
Pretty common.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know about it.
Did you get up there?
I've been
Did
up
you make
there.
it up
It's great.
there?
Why have you been up there?
The manager here took me up there.
Oh, really?
With some wine, and he touched me. No, we've been up there.
Pony.
We've been up there. It's great.
Pony. My God, what's
What the hell is the matter with it?
Really strange.
Wow.
Okay, we'll delve into that some other day. So,
So there is roof access, Pony. There is total roof
Yeah,
access.
yeah, you can get right up on top, and it's a great view.
yeah, you can see the Washington Monument from the roof.
You can see Pony lose his innocence.
My girl had a
Incredible,
blanket
guys.
with her.
What a location. Was there anybody up? Did you go up there, Oscar?
Went up there. No one else was here because it was such a gloomy day. And they made the right decision, Mike, because
Yeah,
we were up
because
there a total of 3 minutes. And I said, well, looks like the weather didn't work out. Back to the exam. They stayed up there. I came down. They came down 10 minutes later and went home. That was
A
it.
lot of people said that when you had the vantage points, and I've actually, the best time I ever saw the national fireworks, Jim McClure, who we used to work with at JFK, literally lived across the street from the cathedral, just up the street.
Right.
And we had roof access to his building.
Yeah,
And
tall building.
Oh, it's beautiful. But last night, the national fireworks from all the vantage points looked like Desert Storm. It looked like smoke
Yeah.
and light behind the smoke, but that's it.
Okay,
Like a really
I
sad
understand.
disco.
Yeah.
I understand they've got thousands of people coming down into the district to do this. I also understand that there is modern meteorological society now that lets you know when weather is going to be total crap. Here's the thing: I can understand where you don't cancel because you know it's going to. But when you are shooting fireworks into the sky and the ceiling is so low that they can't be seen, why waste that? Why
Yeah,
not?
you're
Why
right.
not wait on a day that it's going to be? You know, I just did anybody talk about that in DC at all? Or I mean, I'm just curious.
I think
about it.
logistically, the dollars, and this is the only thing I heard on the news, that it would take to mobilize the security, the infrastructure for the actual amount of people that are here for that. It just isn't worth it. They got to.
So they took a chance that maybe it would be clear enough. But I guess my point is, I understand that, but at the same time, when you're shooting fireworks up into the sky and you can't,
Why
see
even
it 'cause
bother?
you're shooting them in,
Why
why
even
bother?
bother?
That
It's a
was
waste
what I
of money.
was curious about.
And they what they did, it was raining all day in Leesburg, and the big fireworks in Leesburg is at the rec center called Ida Lee. Julia was actually working there because they had the Italian ice stand there, and we were waiting all day checking on the half hour to see if it would be canceled. It was not. And
Right.
Julia said that I don't know if we had a slightly different weather pattern in Leesburg. She said the fireworks looked great. It was very sparsely attended, but all day they said fireworks at 9:30, fireworks at 9:30, fireworks at 9:30, and I can see them from my porch. So I was in the basement watching Yankee Doodle Dandy like all good Americans should.
Do you do that every year?
Every year. Love it. And so 9:30, get Robert, go out to the
The
porch.
most obsessive compulsive person I've ever known.
And all we see over the mountains is smoke.
Right.
And I called Julia. I texted Julia. I said, when are the fireworks going to start? She said, you can come pick me up now. I said, what? She says, they're over. They started early because it was raining. So there was nothing. There was nothing.
So the weather kind of screwed the whole thing up in the DC
Everybody.
area.
And on top of it, and just to give you a perspective, Mike, there are people that they made plans for this. I was lucky to be able to get on the roof here, right?
Yeah, you included it in part of your day.
But to the left, there's a rooftop deck to the building to the left of us on Wisconsin Avenue. They were having a big party. And those poor rubes sat out there staring at the sky, all knowing it sucked.
Yeah.
But they were there and they were committed. They just kept staring.
All they saw was pink
staring
smoke.
and staring. I looked at them and I said, they probably want to go home. Nobody wants to be rude. Nobody wants to miss the party.
No one wants to be the first one to leave.
No one wants to leave. They're just sitting there getting more hammered because clearly this sucks. I'm happy that, my girl got to hang out with me for 2 seconds, but I don't feel like I missed the thing because it was such a terrible weather day.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
All day.
That's sad. And rarely it is. It is
Yeah.
rarely a bad weather day in D.C. for the 4th of July. Normally it's hot, but it's usually clear.
You brought up the greatest point is that why in some of the shots could you see fireworks and some you couldn't?
Yeah.
And it's because PBS was editing in shots from previous 4th of Julys into the Capitol 4th. So there was
Which I think completely sucks. I think it really, I'll tell you why. Because I turn it on. I really do.
Yeah.
The only reason, I turn it on because I'm pathetic.
I'm
but sitting in my own living room.
I would imagine if you're in anywhere outside of New York and D.C., those are the two fireworks displays that you turn on the TV for.
Yeah, they're worth it. They're worth it.
So you want to see the nation's capital. You want to see the New York fireworks. At least I did.
Washington Post says PBS used some stock footage for its fireworks show, and people were not happy. And I'm one of them. I don't think you should do that.
You shouldn't. There was one funny
don't
comic.
Do that.
One funny comic tweeted, "Amazing the power that PBS has during a Capitol 4th. They removed the scaffolding from the National Capitol Dome."
Yeah, I mean, really.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's the rest of the country. And it's just like, okay, if it's raining, show it and deal with it.
I watched a live feed from the Periscope of the National Park Service, which is basically some,
Was that online that you got?
Smoking the Bear, Smokey the Bear holding Smoking the Bear. I'm an idiot. Holding
That's
up,
a category, by the way.
holding his phone up, and I said, "Now I know why they're not showing this. This is embarrassing."
Yeah, it's horrible because you should be able to see them in the sky against the monuments.
Mike, it looked
That's
like a
the whole
sparkler in the middle of a fog machine.
So here's the quote from the Post today. As soon as the show ended, producers from Capitol Concerts.
Hi,
they got paid.
I'm Capitol Concert.
Yeah, that's it. They got paid.
Yeah.
Big money.
Cash money.
Capitol Concert. The owner of Capitol Concerts on his way back out to McLean said, no. Capitol Concerts owned up to the fact that not all of its footage was from the live fireworks show. In the first segment of the display, while singer Cassidy Pope was singing, some scenes did show a cloudy sky. We showed a combination of the best fireworks from this year and previous years. It was the patriotic thing to do, the Capitol 4th account tweeted.
It's really not
best
patriotic.
of fireworks. Best of fireworks.
Yeah, best of fireworks is what it was.
Just it seems to me that you're right. It made sense. I asked the question before that you could have maybe postponed, but it would be too much logistically to get that all done. And how about this?
They should do it twice.
How about if you look at a 5-day forecast and because then if it's a beautiful day,
they
on
knew
Monday,
they were boned.
Screwed.
They should double up and maybe shoot half of them off and give us 9 minutes and then a solid 9 minutes the day after.
They knew they were boned on Friday, actually. I mean, it was as early as all that. They could have postponed.
So did you have cloud
it.
cover all weekend? Was it a crappy weekend?
No, it was actually a pretty nice weekend. Monday.
You went to didn't you go to a minor league baseball game?
Went to a minor league baseball game, and actually I have a little piece of tape I'd like to play if it's cool. I posted that I headed to go see the Frederick Keys, which is about a half hour outside of Leesburg.
Right.
Great minor league park. It's the Harry Grove Stadium, and I do want to say hi to a listener, Michelle Geyer, who bought me a beer.
We used to have that at American University. We used to visit the Harry Grove Stadium.
Well, it was the 70s, wasn't it?
It was. It was the 80s, the early 80s. Thank you.
But Michelle is a big fan back to the Don and Mike days. Big Owen Dukes fan.
Cool.
And sat down for half an inning and spoke to me. She couldn't have been cooler. And the PA announcer for the minor league park. His name is Mark Andy Redmond. Saw that I was headed and sent me a really nice message. He says, "I can get you tickets." I said, "I already have tickets." He said, "Well, can I come by and say hi?" I said, "I think that would be great." And then he said, "You're bringing kids, right?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "What are their names?" And I told him on Facebook, I messaged him my son, my daughter, and her friend McKenna. And after the third inning, the audio is a little muddy, but what you can hear is the kids reacting to being welcomed to the stadium because they did not know it was coming.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
And they can they do that thing where a kid sounds pissed off because you're embarrassing them, but
Right.
you know they love it. So check this out. This was Sunday night at the Keys game.
Special welcome goes out. Visiting with us today, Julia Spielak, Robert Spielak, Lieutenant Emma.
Because
What did you do? Why would you do that?
Can you play it one
ex-
more time
yeah,
for
I
people that
can.
might not, because it's terrible audio. So it's
Oh
hard to
yeah,
hear.
he apologized. They blew a speaker in right field, so the audio in the stadium is not that great.
That's
course.
minor league baseball.
But
baby.
he could not have been nicer, and I knew
What
exactly
are the Keys?
when it was
Double A?
coming.
Aren't they Double A?
I think they're Double A. I wouldn't
Double A.
know.
It's decent
You're
baseball.
asking the
Right.
wrong guy.
I
An
know,
exciting game. The Keys came in second.
Oh, don't even try.
They've got lots of
play
energy,
the-
Mike.
Play the clip again. An exciting game.
Special welcome goes out. Visiting with us today, Julia Spielak, Robert Spielak, Lieutenant Emma.
I love the reaction. That's what I wanted to hear, the reaction.
He was so kind. He told me exactly where he was going to read it. It was after a certain commercial. So I had the recorder going on my
That's
phone,
cool.
and I watched all of their faces go, huh? What? Huh?
Why?
But anyway, thanks
dare
to
you.
Mark, who is the
So
PA
they
guy out
did
there.
the like a lot of ballparks, minor league ballparks. They did the actual fireworks after the game.
The
right?
game
That's the
was
way
a
that happened.
shorter game. The game finished up at like a little before 9. It was a 6:00 game, and so what they
That's
did.
what they did down here. That's the one we didn't. We ended up.
Was
not
Shooter
going to.
McGavin there?
Shooter McGavin was not there that night. I think he was there a couple nights.
Yeah, I heard
ago.
on the radio, Mike, Shooter from Happy Gilmore was out there. They're like, and you could win a Happy Gilmore jersey.
That's right.
Oh God!
And also
the
next
Hanson
week,
brothers weren't available from Slapshot.
Mike,
Is that
it
what
gets
happened?
better.
Yeah.
Next week they have the guy from Swamp People. Shoot him, Elizabeth. Shoot him.
Oh,
Shoot
my
him. Shoot him.
God. Yes,
so
sirree.
come on out for that.
I would have bid on that jersey.
What
That
they
was pretty
did was to pad the time between the end of the game and darkness was any kid who wants to come on down and run the bases, come on down
That's
and
fun
run
for
the
kids.
bases. But
That's fun.
Mike, 25 minutes of watching kids run the bases, it's
Yeah, I know.
enough. It's
So when
enough
did
to
they
make you
start,
suicidal.
9:30?
9:30, a little
Can I
after
ask you a
9:30.
question?
Yeah,
It's dark enough at 9 o'clock.
it is.
Why don't they start them at 9 o'clock when there's just a tiny little?
I have a theory.
Why 9:30?
I have
I'm
a
curious
theory.
about what
because
is that
if they stick around for 35 minutes, you're going to buy a lot more soda and
True.
water and stuff like that.
concessions.
Concessions.
Oh my God, the waiting game.
The waiting
look,
game.
Look. Time is passing me by. I'm becoming an old man. I sit there and I
Becoming.
go, oh, 9:30. No, I mean my life is so much earlier.
Well, because
my
you have,
kid gets
you have
up
a little
early.
kid. That's why.
Yes, yeah, but it's, so do a lot of people, and it's
Yeah,
just
Mike,
like, you know,
once he gets in his teens, though, you'll be back to normal.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, Dad, maybe we can start the fireworks at 12 midnight. Huh? Maybe we can do it that way. That
But
would
our
be
fireworks,
fantastic.
we didn't get hit by any burning cinders. Robert had another highlight of the game. Is about 5 rows back. A kid got a tremendous bloody nose from a foul ball.
Really?
Oh,
Was
like
he looking at the game?
gusher,
Poor kid.
an absolute
Really?
gusher.
Well,
The-
maybe he should pay more attention next time.
That's what I said to Robert, and I said,
right.
You don't want that to happen to you." And
God,
then-
you know, I hate that when that comes up like every single baseball season. Maybe they ought to put up more netting. You know, okay, are we going to be totally the land of vagines? Are we ever going to seriously?
Our parents
just
didn't have netting.
no,
you don't need netting. You know,
No.
pay
Bring a glove.
attention.
No.
Pay attention.
As a matter of fact, I remember in the early 70s.
sometimes leave the ice. Thank you very much. That's
In the early 70s, the Frederick Keys had a promotion, Bloody Nose Night, where after the game you'd run the bases and get hit in the face.
now a
Oh,
bat
no,
is
I thought
a different
it was
story.
because of
When
a
the-
different key.
Key. It's key night at the Frederick Keys. Everyone gets a key of Coke. Yes, sirree. Bring up your SUVs. Load them up. The key of Coke.
I don't
it's
know
Pablo,
why we lost so much money last night.
It's Pablo Escobar night. Man. Yeah, there will be no games for the rest of the season. The team is bankrupt. Thank
Well,
you.
they had that
Thank you very
machete
much.
night, Mike.
Machete night at the Frederick
That
Keys.
steel cost a lot of money.
Here's the question where I'll know if Rob really is a sports game fan. Who did the Frederick Keys play?
They played the Salem Red Sox.
Oh, the Red Sox
nice.
affiliate. Oh, very good.
I think
Who won?
the final score was, I believe, 4-3. I know there was a great rally in the bottom of the ninth. They almost pulled it off.
Who did?
Almost. The Keys lost. They came in second.
Oh, the Red Sox beat them.
Yeah, the Red Sox beat them. The Salem Red Sox.
Salem Red Sox. Very cool. Yeah. Salem Red Sox has a cigarette pack on their jersey.
Do they?
Going to play the cool Yankees.
Oh, I'm a rude.
The Marlboro Light. All right, we'll take a break. News you may not need coming up on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Willkommen to Your Daily German, where we learn only the bare necessities. Today, we learn the 3 most important sentences in German. Sie müssen die Kekse und Kuchen Show hören. You must hear the Cake and Cookies Show. Es ist auf der ganzen Welt gehört. It is heard around the world, nur auf der Mike O'Mara Show Netzwerk. Only on the Mike O'Mara Show Network. Und am MikeO'MaraShow.com. And on MikeO'MaraShow.com. Tmos. Über alles.
Cake and cookies. Rob and Katie. It's the Rob and Katie Show.
Man, that's funny language. I can listen to that all day
German
long.
make me laugh.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Sleep Number. Are you tempted to consider any new mattress that you've heard about or seen online just because you're desperate for better sleep? Hold your horses, Buster. Don't make that mistake. Before you do anything, you must go to a Sleep Number store. Listen, at the Sleep Number store, you can see and feel how a Sleep Number mattress adjusts on each side to your ideal firmness and support. Go into the store like I did. Lay down on the mattress. Enjoy the feeling you're going to get. There's nothing like it. And try different settings in a Sleep Number store. My Sleep Number bed that I've been telling you about for years lets me choose my ideal setting. Carla gets her own side. I get my side. It's the best. They also have optional Sleep IQ technology that will track your sleep so you know what to adjust to sleep better, like changing your Sleep Number setting. My Sleep Number setting is an 85. Carla's is back to a 65. And last night, my Sleep IQ score was a 95. I feel great.
Nice.
You can't afford another restless night's sleep. You can afford a Sleep Number bed. Come in during the lowest prices of the season sale, where a queen Sleep Number C2 mattress is only $699.99. Sleep Number beds and Sleep IQ technology are only available at any of the 500 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Find one near you by calling 800-511-0061. And don't forget to take a selfie with your salesperson. No, just tell him that I sent you. Tell him Mike O'Mara sent you, okay? None of that
Nice.
crap that Rob writes at the end of the spot. Thank you.
News.
Christy Brinkley turned her garden hose on a woman who dared to relieve herself on some rocks near her Long Island home the other day.
Wow.
It wasn't really Long Island, it was the Hamptons, okay? That's where
of
Christy
course.
hangs out. The woman's name is Erica Remkus.
Oh.
She's a 36-year-old mother of 3 who also lives in the Hamptons. Ooh. I don't think everybody's rich in the Hamptons. I've never been to the Hamptons. She just spent 2 hours at a fireworks show and couldn't find a bathroom, so she squatted to do some watering. Well, Christy saw what was happening and sprayed her with a fire hose, or like a garden hose.
Right.
Remkus yelled at her, "It's my rocks, it's my sand, you have to go." Oh, no, that's what Christy yelled at
Yeah.
her. She also called her disgusting and continued hurling insults. So Remkus did what any red-blooded American would do. She said, "F you," and
Nice.
continued to do her business, which Christy apparently recorded. She also called the cops, who talked to Remkus and let her go. She says she might file a harassment complaint against Christy. Christy is still fuming over it, though. She said, quote, "I know it's Independence Day, but that does not mean you are free to pee right in front of my guests and me at my fireworks gathering." Now, I don't know any of the circumstances.
Free
I
to
don't
pee,
know.
you and me.
Free to pee, you and me. Perhaps if it's a beachfront thing, there's just not a lot of area to do that, you know? I mean, did she just everybody?
It would be tough.
So I'm looking at the story right now, Mike. It's first look, the lady. We don't know all the circumstances. We just have like both perspectives here, right? But I do judge people by their Twitter or social media name, and her handle is the Truth Buffet, and her her social media is Say It Like It Is. This person's looking for trouble.
Yeah, it sounds
so
like
This
she's
person's
trolling.
looking for trouble. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Screw her. All right. Finding Dory weathered the debuts of Tarzan, The Purge, Election Year, and the BFG to lead the box office for a third straight week. It took in $50.2 million over the 4-day weekend. This is a juggernaut. BFG, that's Steven Spielberg's giant movie, only managed $22 million.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
More
They
like
had a budget.
BFD.
Yeah.
AMF.
And Mike, you need to say it right. It is actually called Tarzan.
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 Hello, Tarzan.
Hi, Tarzan.
Let's see. The BFG, by the way, the trailer for the BFG is like Steven Spielberg talking about how wonderful the movie is.
Yeah.
I didn't like that to start with. It seems to me
Well,
if
a
you're going
trailer
to put
should
a trailer.
be a clip, right? Not
Right.
the director telling you how great it is.
Yeah, it's about a nice giant. And what's sad is people don't want nice in America. They don't. They want giants to eat people's bodies.
And
That's
it stands
what
for,
they want.
right?
Big effing giant. It had a budget of $140 million.
Oh.
That's not good at all. Meanwhile, The Purge may have only taken in $34.8 million. The Purge did better than this sweet Steven Spielberg giant movie with all the special effects.
It's an annual
the one where
tradition, Mike.
people kill each other once a year.
Purge.
They purge.
They had a budget of a mere $10 million, and it's already a hit. So, you know. By the way, pretty good special effects for $10 million. I think they did a
I would
pretty
have
good
gone to
job
see
with
The
that.
Purge, but Steven Spielberg didn't come on the trailer and tell me how good it was.
The good purge. Thank you very much. According to a list of interesting facts about Baywatch, I love David Hasselhoff.
You're
He
always
didn't-
compiling Baywatch lists, Mike.
I love the Hoff. By the way, this was a massive story that I whittled down here because the Hoff didn't want Leonardo DiCaprio or Pamela Anderson on the show. Leo was 15 at the time, and the Hoff thought he was too old to play his son. You know? Yeah, okay.
Right.
And he didn't want Pamela Anderson because she'd done Playboy and was too sexy. The speculation is that with her gigantic rack, he was worried that they would be doing what they ended up doing, watching her body instead of watching the show. It was
Leo
Baywatch.
DiCaprio played Hobie for how many
He was good.
seasons?
No, they went on to get a younger kid. They didn't cast
Oh, so
him as
they
the
passed
son.
because the actor who played Hobie, he went on, and I love the show.
Of course, you
I'm
are
all
all in on Baywatch.
Hey, look
Jesus.
who woke up.
Yeah, I've been following his career. I'm the only one. Not much of a career. Unfortunately, the actor got into a substance abuse issue.
So many child actors.
Yeah,
well, he
it's
was
rough,
only
man.
13 when he got hired.
That's-
Leo was 15, and look what happened to him.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
maybe you should have gone with the older actor. But you liked him. Did you like Hobie on the show?
I just thought,
Oscar
I was like,
Santana?
man, you've got the coolest dad in the world. You're surrounded by cans every day.
Cans for days.
Like, you're always giving the hard time. You know, I really didn't like his attitude.
The Hoff.
Hobie.
I never watched that show.
I never did
never
either.
watched Baywatch. I don't know why, but I didn't. And
I know
but
why,
did.
because it sucked. That's why you never watched it.
But I am the only one in this room that actually asked Pamela Anderson out on a date.
Yes.
Yeah. Back when she was Tool Time Girl.
Yeah. I was the only one in the room who ever asked Hobie out on a date.
By the way, if you want to say, go back online and look at Pamela Anderson from Tool Time.
Yes.
And look at her and the way she looked back then. She said no.
Prime.
Thank you. You probably know about the duck face. Are you familiar with that on selfies where people do the sexy little duck face?
Pony
Even
does
if
it a
you've
lot.
never done it yourself, but primarily it's the face they make in selfies to look sexy, where they pucker their lips like they're about to kiss someone. Duck face is over. It's no more.
No
It's
more duck
no
face.
longer.
Quack, quack.
The new sexy pose for selfies is finger mouthing.
Oh.
I know it sounds a little more
sounds like
disgusting
fun.
than it is.
Category.
No, it's this. It's just, hello, Mr. Powers. You put the
The
put
$1
the
million.
finger up to the mouth. Yeah. You gently and strategically position your fingers on and around your lips. Maybe you even pull on your lips. A little.
Oh. Neat sandwich.
Oh, yeah. Pony does it all the time.
He does.
Maybe you're just brushing against them. Whatever it takes to look sexy and flirtatious, and maybe a little mysterious. So let me
Sure.
see if I'm not supposed to do this because I'm not a woman, but I'll try.
Right.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
That's a fish hook, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It moved.
Thank you. A
So
woman
hot.
named Kristen Hancher, who posts style photos on Instagram, says it's definitely now a thing. It feels more pose. There's some seductive implication as well, considering it brings focus towards the lips, but it also helps frame your face. Yes, so congratulations on that. No more comments. A 39-year-old guy named Rafat Shejaia. Hold on. Shejaea. Shejaia.
Smith.
Rafat Shejaia. He was in Chicago, and he was setting off some fireworks, and he accidentally blew off part of his hand. Sorry about that. A few hours later, one of his neighbors let her dog out I'm mucking this story up. The dog came back with part of the hand in his mouth.
Oh,
That's not okay.
it's a good dog. Sweet
He
boy.
found it about 250 feet away from where Rafat was setting off his fireworks. So it must have taken a hell of a blast for the hand to fly. The woman called 911 and had them pick up the hand. The doctors were able to reattach it.
That's a big win.
Yeah. They're not sure how much function it'll ever get back, and that is bad news for Rafat since he works as a barber. I'm not making this up.
Oh, no.
Yes, okay.
Hey, before the lady returned the hand, did she put a finger to her lips?
Can you hold my comb?
Oh
grab
my
the
God!
clippers.
Look at that the charcoal covered hand. She's finger mouthing with it. And now a little something. A 24-year-old guy named Andrew Verana was at a minor league baseball game in State College, Pennsylvania on Thursday night. The State College Spikes, who are one of the St. Louis Cardinals' lower-level teams. A lot of minor league baseball around the 4th.
And a lot of run.
At some point during the game, he decided that he would take care of himself. Right there in the stand.
Was enjoying the game.
Someone called the cops, and can you imagine, Rob, if you... My God. I mean, to do this in a stand, it's just amazing. Somebody called the cops and told him there were 2 reasons why he just couldn't wait. The cops were interviewing. 1, all the hot young college girls at the game. He literally said that to the cops.
Wow.
And 2, he had just gotten an unexpected text from his ex-girlfriend that got... Maybe she was finger-mouthing.
Could be.
I'm not sure.
Very well.
Well, this is where? Where's this? At the State College game. What's the name of the team? The Spikes. There they are. He was arrested and charged with open lewdness, disorderly conduct. All I know is that this story gives new meaning to the 7th inning stretch. Am I right, ladies? Thank you very much. Yeah, that just popped into my mind on a Monday. We'll take a break, come back with the Audio Vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
It's Tony and Gary.
Hey there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tony Perkins.
And I'm Gary Stein, and I'm revved up like a deuce.
And on this week's some of the most bizarre rock and roll lyrics of all time. Also, we're going to find out when it is you can be penalized for farting.
I have no answer for that.
It's the 4th of July episode. Check it out, TonyPerkinsShow.com. Subscribe on iTunes and download the Tony Perkins Show app.
The Tony Perkins Show.
I know where you can be penalized for farting in the O'Mara marital bed.
Oh.
I get scolded for that. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show.
Scolded?
Yeah. It's a 2-way street, though.
Hey, you be very careful, mister.
Summer is hot, but you can stay cool. Be cool, Daddy-O. Shop at Amazon, the coolest place on the internet, Amazon.com. Buy everything you need at one place from the air-conditioned comfort of your own home. Remember to shop through our portal. You see, anytime you purchase something through our Amazon link, we get a tiny percentage. It doesn't cost you any extra, and it's the best and easiest way for you to support this show. So, while all the squares are running around sweating bullets, you're chilling like a villain and supporting your favorite podcast. Am I right, ladies?
Right.
Thank you. Just bookmark our Amazon link and use it like crazy. Remember, if you need it or want it, Amazon has it. Just go to MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon or click the Amazon button on our website or use the TMOS app. Yes, Oscar.
Prime Day 7. Sign up for a free Prime trial on MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Prime Day, if
Yes.
you don't know what that is, that's for 12 hours, starting at 7 o'clock at night. People can kill anybody they want.
No, that's a purge. Mike,
Oh,
that's a
I'm
purge.
sorry. I apologize. It's Amazon Prime
Yes,
Day.
yeah, yeah.
Keep it in mind and think about us. Thank you very much. Without further ado, let's open up the audio vaults for today, Tuesday, the day after the 4th, which is the 5th. Take it away, Rob.
I don't normally lead off with something purely patriotic, but this was really going crazy viral yesterday, and I just want to play you a piece of it.
Please.
John Cena, who I really hold in high regard, he is not a look-at-me type of celebrity. He does a lot of good behind the scenes, and he did a PSA for the Ad Council about patriotism. I know it's the day after the 4th of July, but listen to what the man has to say.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. Love. But what really makes up this country of ours? What is it we love? It's the people. Almost half the country belongs to minority groups. People who are lesbian, African American, and bi and transgender and Native American, and proud of it. After all, what's more American than freedom to celebrate the things that make us, us? This year, patriotism should be about pride of country. should be about love. Love beyond age, disability, sexuality, race, religion, and any other labels. Because the second any of us judge people based on those labels, we're not really being patriotic, are we? Because love has no labels.
Takes about 3 minutes. It's all. I recommend you watch the whole thing.
What's great about it is the messenger, that
Yeah.
big badass guy.
He walked the walk.
I am so, and here I am judging myself because I didn't look at it because I assumed it was something that was going to be what you would normally see a guy that looks like that say. You know,
pretty cool stuff. It's a great message.
Kill all the people that are trying to kill us. I didn't know it was going to. That's very good, and it's a great messenger for that, and it's good for kids to see. That's good.
All right, back to the silly. 911 call of the week. I'm going to award early this week.
Okay.
Our Mike O'Mara Show call is the guy. He's 75 years old. He took an Ambien and called 911 because he was lying in his bed, but he swore he had just been in a plane crash.
Get out?
No, I'm pinned in.
Are you able to look out the window? Are you able to see the wing from where you're at?
No, I can't see anything.
He's laying in his bed.
Oh, my God.
Is Ambien that powerful?
Can be. It can be.
Wow.
If you want it to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The secret, Mike, is to take 1.5 and take it with a beer. Then you're in a
See, Rob,
don't do
say
that.
Then you're in a
listen
plane
to that.
crash.
Stop
No, it's
that,
dangerous.
please.
Simply a joke. You know that.
I
Bex.
My favorite hand injury story of 4th of July weekend does not involve fireworks.
Okay.
It involves a 2-word phrase that will always get you in the audio vault. A Polish magician.
He's so Polish.
He was doing it looked like the Polish equivalent of Regis and Kathy Lee. It was a breakfast morning chat show.
Right.
And his magic trick was this. He took a board with a 6-inch nail in it, put it in a paper bag, then rolled down the top of the bag and put it with 3 other identical looking bags that didn't have nails in them, mixed them up, and told the host to smash the bag.
I saw this. This is highly disturbing.
It's
to watch.
very disturbing.
Might be a little funnier to hear.
And but I watched it. You know what? It has, Mike, the 3rd or 4th time you watch it, I think it
And
gets
he
funnier.
helps her hand when he's going down to the bag. He helps her smash it down there because he doesn't think there's going to be a nail in the bag.
As I said, Mike, Polish magician.
Taki oto sposób
That's the first bag being
rozwalamy
crashed.
po kolei.
Że jedna dziurka.
Zrobimy tak, zrobimy na 3, dobrze? Uważaj.
Raz, dwa.
Jesus.
Kurwa, przepraszam.
And then they freeze. Then they freeze
They
like
do.
he doesn't know what to do, the idiot.
It is so genuine because she is
my
shocked
God.
and in pain and everything. We
Yeah.
wish her well.
Sure, they help the hand.
Hand. Oh, the hand.
My
Like
hand.
The sad
When I
thing
say
is-
hand, I always say the Nicolas Cage from Moonstruck. My hand, Johnny Camerari, my hand.
The saddest thing about it is after she does the talk show, she's a barber. So.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, congratulations to my personal hero, Joey Chestnut, who regained the title and broke records by yesterday consuming 70 hot dogs and buns in
So
10
glad I didn't see it.
minutes.
30 seconds now to go. Joey Chestnut averaging still 7.1 dogs per minute. Can he get to the record? Can he get past it? Is he going to get anywhere near 70? 20 seconds to go. Chestnut well
Not
over
approve this
Stoney.
activity.
Stoney's not in the game. It's all about Chestnut. It's all about the mustard belt, and it's all about the record now. 10 seconds to go. He's got to get that one down. There we go with 69. Final seconds. He got it. And he got 70.
The most
he
hot
hit
dogs
70.
The most hot dogs ever eaten on the corner of Surf and Stillwell Avenues by the greatest eater in the history of mankind.
That's right, and the rest of the world hates us.
I love it.
All right.
I really do. I'm a rude, but I love it.
It makes me nauseous when I hear
It's
that.
tough
It actually
to watch.
How many 70 and how long?
70 and 10 minutes. That's
Oh, God.
7 a minute.
That's so disgusting.
Let's close with a palate cleanser. Remember when Barack Obama knew how to sing?
So in love with you.
He should stick with Al Green because yesterday he tried to embarrass his daughter Malia, who turned 18, and he just didn't quite nail the song like he did a couple years ago.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
She smoking again?
Happy
Sounds like it.
birthday, dear Malia. Happy birthday to you.
That's nice.
But it is a great moment.
He is so funny when he tries to embarrass his kids. I love that.
Yes!
He's like a normal dad in
regular
that
dad,
way.
yeah.
Oh, I watched some of that online where he's had those moments where they roll their eyes at him. I love that. It's
Then he
great.
ran backstage, Mike, and vaped like a crazy person.
He's vaping.
That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great 5th of July, everybody.
5th of July, that's it. Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Mike O'Mara Show. Be sure and join us every day on the air or online at MikeO'MaraShow.com to mail us anything that doesn't stink or tick. Our address is TMOS Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. All messages for our weekly mailbag. Might be doing it tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, somebody's not going to be here Thursday, so I'm going to do it tomorrow. They can be sent to Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com. We rely on you, and the show's all about you because we love you. Thanks for your continued of all things TMOS, and please continue to spread the word about our show all over the world. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana. I'm trying. This is Mike O'Mara reminding you to join us again for your favorite part of the day, the Mike O'Mara Show. Bye-bye, everybody.
So long.
Ciao, ciao.
Later, Mo. One last thing. Please remember that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is the best way to shop for anything and everything. So, shop Amazon and get there through our website. Always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Now, go in peace.
Remember the 5th of November. Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.